Hi everyone, it's Miss Jan from the Woodlands Children's Museum. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to be doing a recipe for you today, and it comes from a book that I read for Storybook Theater. It's called Gazpacho for Nacho, and it's by Tracey C, illustrated by Carolina Farias, and it's published by Amazon Children's Publishing, which is a division of Amazon Publishing. And I chose this book, first of all, if you don't see me read it in person at the museum, you can find it on our website or on our social media channels. And it's in celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, which starts September 15th and goes through October 15th. So it's a really fun story. First of all, gazpacho is a Spanish recipe. It's a cold soup. Nacho is this little boy. That's a nickname for Ignacio, and all he likes to eat is gazpacho. And it's a really, really great story, and you can learn some Spanish words, which is what Miss Jan did. So I'm going to do the recipe that's included in this book. And I'm going to put this down, and it's called Yummy in the Tummy Gazpacho. So I have prepared things ahead of time. I've done my measuring and I've done my cutting, but I'm going to show you how to put it together. And then at the end, I have another kind of a twist on this recipe. But let's get started with our gazpacho first. The first thing you're going to do, and there's a lot of different ways to do gazpacho. A lot of times, and in the book, they actually put it in like a mixer or a blender, a food processor. The recipe that they give you, though, is just something you can mix in a bowl, and that's how we're going to do it. And instead of the fresh tomatoes, we're going to use a can of diced tomatoes. All I could find was the itty-bitty ones, the petite, and it's 28 ounces. So we're going to put that in the bowl. I'm just going to make sure I don't splash all over the place with the juice. And then, let me show you what that looks like. So it's really finely diced tomatoes. Then what you're going to do is you're going to chop up a cucumber, and the Spanish word for that is pepino. Now I've already done most of that chopping, but I'm going to show you. Now, have a grown-up help you when you're cutting. If you're a little bit older, plastic knives with the little teeth, the serrated edge works really well. So just kind of cut it like this. Let me make sure you're able to see it. And then I'm going to cut it into some little pieces. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm just actually going to do one more because this was a big cucumber. And I used a seedless cucumber. And I'm actually keeping the skin on too. Okay, so I'm going to add that. I think that's plenty. I'm going to leave these pieces here. So this is all my cucumber, which I've already chopped. We're going to add that to the tomatoes. And then 1 green pepper. Now, oops. I don't have a green pepper left. So it looks like this, but it's green, not red. So I've got that chopped up except for one little piece. So again, have a grown-up help you cut it, or use one of those plastic knives that have the little teeth, but be very, very careful. Okay, so I'm just gonna add that to the pepper. Okay, so that's all been chopped up, and that's 1 green pepper. We're going to put that in, and I'm just going to give it a little stir because we have some more things that we are going to put in. Mr. Ron, are you able to see that? Okay, Mr. Ron is my cameraman, and he is going to be tasting this too, so let's cross our fingers. All right, I'll stir it a little bit more. Now, we're going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, which I already measured out. So we're going to add that. It's a little humid here. All stuck. A 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and I measured that too. And 3 tablespoons, that's Presley. He's getting hungry. He knows I'm using food here. This is 3 tablespoons of olive oil, already measured. And 1 tablespoon of some type of red vinegar. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay. So that's all the ingredients. And I'm just gonna stir that up really, really good. Now, again, some recipes call for blending this real finely, real soupy. But this is gonna be a chunkier version. And again, this is the way the recipe in the book has you make it. So here we go. And yes, Presley is still talking to you guys. Maybe we'll put him on camera a little bit later. Okay, and that's basically it. And then you're going to chill it in the refrigerator. But I think, let's see, how long does it say? About an hour, and then you can serve it. But I'm actually going to dish it out. And I have a little ladle here. Whoopsie. And then, okay, just like that. That looks pretty, doesn't it? And one of the things they say is if you want, you can put a few croutons in, you know what you put on your salad. I'm just gonna put a couple. I don't use my hand. I'm just gonna put a couple. All right. And this is Gazpacho. Okay, so I'm gonna actually taste this one. It's very good. Don't talk with your mouth full, Miss Jen. Very, very good. So again, the recipe is in the book, and we're also going to post the recipe and all the ingredients, so you'll be able to find those online as well. Now, what I want to do, let me see if I can clear a place. I found some other recipes for cold soups, and I thought, okay, in the story, all Nacho would eat was gazpacho. But after a while, his mom got him to consider other foods in terms of eating other foods and making other foods. And he found some other recipes and things that he got to make besides just gazpacho. So thinking of cold soups, I found a bunch of recipes using watermelon chunks and making that into a soup. And I thought that would be really fun. And I know children love watermelon. We love watermelon. Presley loves watermelon. So what I'm going to do is show you really quickly how to make watermelon soup. So it's not really gazpacho. It doesn't. Some recipes for the watermelon soup did have tomatoes or cucumber in it, but I'm just going to make it with 3 simple ingredients. So let me move the gazpacho over there, and we're going to switch out our ingredients. So I have, this is about 4 cups of watermelon in chunks. Okay, and we're going to do 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm going to put it in a blender in a minute. A tablespoon of lemon juice, which is about half a lemon that I already squeezed. Now, if you're in a hurry, you can always use the lemon juice that's already squeezed into a bottle. And then 1.5 tablespoons of honey. Okay, so that's already been measured. And let me see if I can move without putting everything on the floor. I'm going to bring my blender over here. And we are going to add the watermelon. My hands are clean, so I'm going to just Put the chunks of watermelon in here. Ooh. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ta-da. All right, I'm gonna squish that in. And then this is the 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. We're gonna add that. And then 1.5 tablespoons of honey to give it a little sweetness. Okay, ta-da again. That's pretty good. Very sticky. Most important thing to remember, let's put the lid on. And it's gonna be a little bit noisy, so you can kind of sing a song while I'm doing this. Here we go. Okay, I may have a little bit too much in there. There we go. I think I put a little bit too much watermelon in there. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit out, just so you can see the texture that it's going to be. Okay, we'll try it again. This is live. All right, here we go. I'm going to push down some of those other pieces. It's getting there. You can also do it in a food processor. I just thought this would be easier, but maybe not. Okay. It's getting. All right. So since I don't want to keep you too long, I'm going to take some more of that watermelon out and just show you the part that got soupy. And it can be chunky too. We're going to put just a little bit in here. There we go. Okay. Mr. Ron, do you want to have a taste of this? And this is what it looks like. It looks like watermelon soup. Here we go. Be like
very good.
Okay, good. So again, it needed more time to get real mushy. So probably we should do just half of the watermelon at a time, or put it in a big food processor. But it's really good. In fact, I'm going to taste it too. It's very, very good. Bueno. So that's just an idea of something else you can do. Now this has to be chilled for about 3 to 4 hours or overnight, but it's just a really refreshing cold soup, just like the gazpacho. So you have the gazpacho and the watermelon soup. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, we are going to put all the ingredients online, so you'll be able to do it at home. Don't forget to listen to my story, Gazpacho for Nacho. And thank you so much for joining us. Till next time, keep a smile on your face, a story and a song in your heart, and gazpacho in your tummy. Bye-bye.